I didn't mean for it to take me quite this long to get round to watching Cats and Dogs 2, also known as Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore, but I finally watched it, and I can say it's not bad. I wouldn't watch it again, but as a one-time watch, it's okay. This was released in 2010. It's directed by Brad Payton. It's written by Ron J. Friedman and Steve Benkich, and I apologise if I've mispronounced that. And we have a cast including Chris O'Donnell, Jack McBrayer, James Marsden, Christina Applegate, Neil Patrick Harris. Some of those are the voice cast. Great cast. Really nice visuals. It looks good. The narrative is fine. And we have the cats and the dogs coming together to try and stop a rather evil cat. And I don't want to say too much more than that. The narrative flows well enough. The pacing is fine. As a narrative, I didn't really care about it. It's not my kind of story. If the animals were people and they were trying to stop an evil person, I probably wouldn't have cared about it as much. But we have some really adorable characters, so many different breeds. The dogs are gorgeous. The cats are gorgeous. Some of the mouth movements when they're talking are a little rough around the edges, but in general, it looks pretty decent, and I don't really have any complaints about that. The pacing of the narrative is good. I never really cared about it from any emotional perspective. I didn't feel like I was following the narrative as if I was part of the narrative. I wasn't completely drawn into it, but it was a pleasant enough experience. But for me, it was more so about the animals than the narrative. But if you like this kind of story in general, with human-based films, then chances are you'll like how the narrative is executed within this particular film. Great human performances, great voice acting, the animals look great, the narrative is okay, not completely to my personal tastes, but there's nothing really about the story that I can say is badly done. Do I recommend it? Yes, I guess so. If you liked the first film, I'd say give it a go. If you didn't like the first film, but the narrative sounds like it might appeal to you, then I'd say yes, it's worth watching. But if you didn't care for the first film, it's not your kind of story, then unless, for example, there's somebody in the cast you're really interested in, then I'd say maybe it's only worth watching if one of those appeals to you. Otherwise, I'd say you might not be missing out on very much. But we do have an amazing cast, as I said, to add to the names. We also have Bette Midler, we have Wallace Shawn Hayes, just really, really solid cast and voice cast. So as a one-time watch, I quite liked it. It was a decent experience. Was it worth the 15-year wait? Probably not so much, but nevertheless, I've finally seen it. I didn't mind it. I wouldn't watch it again. But if anything about it appeals to you, then I'd say Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore might be worth watching.